But yeah, Acton 39, you got it right with 2 fingers.
Indeed, that was by far the closest guess.
Yes, so well done.
And I think, Acton 39, I think Ryan actually pointed out the scene about Gradris as well.
Yeah,
I think he mentioned.
Oh my god, I don't have a trivia question. Quick, smile at him, he'll never know.
I will do it at the end of the trivia.
Yeah, we'll do it at the end of the trivia. So yeah, and your question, Damian.
My question.
What am I going to do? Did he just ask me a question? Quick, shake your head. Now, stretch nonchalantly so he doesn't realize that you haven't got a question. Good.
So this is number of films he's
number of
been
films.
in.
However, when conducting my research, I found that.
My god, he's handsome. Damn it, that's not relevant. Oh, what am I going to do? We're about to get to the bit where I have to ask a question. Did he just ask me a question? Say oh as if you've been listening.
Which are not films. And seeing as I did ask for films, I'm going to go with that.
Right.
Rather, because I think no one would know what the IMDb
video
is,
games.
whereas they wouldn't know how many films.
Come on, Tom, you can do this. Blow your cheeks out. You do your best thinking with your cheeks blown out.
Would you have a punt?
He's what? He was 90.
Play for time.
So let's say he's done films since 70 years worth of films. 3 films a year.
A lot of films.
210.
Good, he's not on to you. Now laugh, quickly.
Close guess for someone with the correct answer sitting on his lap.
Wait, didn't you write a trivia question on the palm of your hand? Nope. Maybe if I subtly turn around, I'll be able to read a trivia question off the Hobbit poster. Nice work, he doesn't have a clue. Maybe if I blind myself, we'll have to go to hospital and I won't be able to record the Palantir. Ah!
So there's 2 or 4 because I knew that.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
God, I love the way my ear feels when I tug it. Damn it, Tom, focus.
And they're
Still
yet
really.
to come out. So 206.
Maybe I could use my right hand to distract him while I look up a question.
How big?
I don't know.
Oh.
Nope, didn't work.
I wrote them down. In the words of Sean Connery, I wrote them down on the sheet so I wouldn't have to remember.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that meant. It's probably from a film or something.
Too low.
And Larry Miller guessed a whopping 963, which would have been 10.
Try and distract him again.
We got from 1 film a year to 10 film a year.
That's a film a month.
Basically.
So yes. So do be sure to post photos of you eating your Freddos on the Great British Omelette Facebook page. This week's
The Freddoing.
Oh my god, you've literally got nothing. Just make some tenuous link to anything. Change the subject. Talk about Jamie. Anything. Now.
No one got the bonus Freddos this time, did they?
Mm.
But that leads us nicely into the news because there are other ways you can get Freddos now.
Oh god, he's not going for it. He knows I've forgotten.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yes.
Jamie Giblin.
Boom. Smashed it. Smug, grin and relax.
Welcome to Strategy Valgames, my GBHL YouTube video. You're here with your host GBHL Damian.
GBHL Tom.
And this is episode 34 of
The Palantir.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes. And
Yes.
here we are back again. Once more into the breach, dear friends.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back. And as ever on the Palantir, everything we say is just our own opinions and our own, what's the other one? Opinions and thingies.
You say
And
it.
do not represent the views of the GBHL podcast channel or the Great British Hobby League or any larger body of people such as FIFA.
Tron.
Yeah. So we're going to start, as always, with a tea toast.
I like how you go for it's just our own opinion, like FIFA.
Yeah.
We're massively corrupt.
We are deeply corrupt. Yeah, we will take any form of money you want to send us.
Yeah.
And Freddos.
Tea toast.
But in the tea toast,
What are we doing?
what's this? Oh no, there's no tea.
I've got tea in that one still.
No,
Yeah.
because
I've hardly
James
got tea
Braun,
in
you
this one.
failed us.
Yeah.
James Braun didn't pass it on. Now we are recording a day early, so
Yes.
it's potentially because of that. But yeah, James Braun hasn't passed it on. So what do we do?
We have to pass it on to another GBHL host, but we've done all of them, so we can't do it to ourselves.
So that leaves the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
So Jane's on honeymoon.
Yep, she's away.
Emma doesn't watch it.
Yep, she's asleep.
She's so goes to Lily then.
Yeah.
Lily, here's to
It's
you.
a tea toast.
Enjoy. So you tell her to watch this.
Yes.
And
She watches it every week.
obviously, and then pass it on. There you go, Lily. Sorry I had to come this way.
Yeah, enjoyed the tea toast.
Mm.
Fun fact about James Broad and Lily though.
Please.
They both won most sporting at the Stockport event that they were at.
They did?
They were tied on votes.
You know what's not very
So there's
sporting?
the link. What?
Not passing on a tea toast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the decider. So yeah, there we go. There's the tea toast.
Yep.
So,
What were we talking about last week, Damian?
last week,
Yeah.
we talked. Do you mean all of 4 days ago?
Yeah.
We talked about we reviewed the Sidell skirmish case, strong review,
Yeah.
and we talked about our top 5 favourite Thorin's company.
Yes, we did.
Models.
So we had some responses about what other people's favourite were.
Our favourites were
Mine was Thorin in a barrel.
out of left field, and mine was Plastic Oin.
Yep.
Slightly out of left field.
Yeah. And by a country mile, the winner from you was Thorin, King Under the Mountain from the Champions of Erebor.
Absolutely, by a landslide.
Yeah. We did have quite a few others.
And
though.
he wasn't in our top 5.
No.
So
Well, I mean, I couldn't include him because I'd taken the barrels one.
he was about 6th or 7th for me. But yeah.
But others that were included were Escape from Cobden Town, Dwalin and Biffa, Champions of Erebor, Gloin and Bomber, Barrels Out of Bond Thorin, just like me, and then Young Dwalin.
Young Dwalin.
Now we didn't include the young
We didn't
dwarves.
include the yours.
I would say it was because we were being fair to all the dwarves and giving them 3 sculpts each.
That's
But
exactly what it was.
More because we just forgot about
A little
them.
bit about that as well. Would any of the young dwarfs have made your list?
No, I think Dwalin would have been close, but
Yeah,
not.
I agree. I don't think top 5. But also worth noticing that I think I'm trying to remember, my top 5 were...
Biffa is
Biffa, so of the ones that people chose
Yeah,
as their favourite,
Biffa's the
only
only
one of my top 5 made it.
and only one of mine.
Which just goes to show, God, we did this in the wrong order,
Yeah.
that some people like and dislike models.
Yes.
Yeah.
We might segue onto this
On the time.
a long time.
So there we go. That was your favourite Dorish company.
Yeah.
Oh, and there was a few
Billy.
votes, Champions of Erebor.
Yeah.
That was actually their favourite model
Yes.
ever, which
for
I
the
think
Thorin
was
one.
Ian Marley, and I can't remember who the other one was. Possibly Larry.
Mm.
But yeah, it was the favourite model in the
So,
entire range.
wow.
So yeah.
Wow, strong praise for the Thorin. Billy also said that he liked the barrels. Just
Yes,
the barrels.
just the barrels.
Doesn't matter about the
His
dwarves.
top 5 dwarf models were all in barrels, and he didn't care about the dwarfs. It was mainly the barrels. Just fair enough.
I don't know what you look for in a barrel aesthetic. That one's half in, half out.
Mm-hmm.
That one's got a nice shape to it.
Yeah. Smells of wine.
Yeah.
Lots of room for a dwarf.
And other best models that we wanted you to vote on were the best Saruman.
Yeah.
And we got more on that. That's from 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Josh Bajan had a lovely comment.
Which was?
I love all Sarumans equally and racism in Saruman models.
End racism. That wasn't.
Yeah.
That sounded like and racism.
Yeah.
End
End
racism. He wants
racism.
us to end racism in Saruman models. Yes, it's not fair the way some people favour some and not the
Yeah.
others. You're quite right.
But another landslide winner in the end, once we had more votes, and that's for Snooker Saruman.
So you do agree with us on Saruman?
Yes.
We agree with that. Yeah, so the Old White Council one.
Palantir one got a vote, Two Towers one got a vote, and the Hobbit one got another vote.
Mhm.
The first Hobbit one.
Yeah. Cool.
So no one went for the Vanquishers one.
No. It was a bit fancy.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then comments.
No,
What?
don't go on to the comments.
Go on to trivia now.
Yes,
We didn't do it.
we didn't do it. What's
Look
up
at
with
you,
that?
angry man.
What's up with that, Mr. Tom? It was on the agenda. What happened?
Oh,
People
we finished
kicked off. There
trivia
were
and
more
then-
comments about there not being trivia than anything else.
You didn't spot it.
I didn't spot it because I believe in your agenda.
No.
I believe in your ability to negotiate an agenda.
We both had the inability to spot it.
I think it's important.
Mhm.
Like we had trivia questions.
Oh, yeah.
What happened? The people need to know.
We thought that everyone would follow David Whittaker's lead and just answer the question blindly without knowing what it was. So it doesn't matter if we don't ask a question, people
Right.
could just answer it.
Yeah.
And the
Sort of
answer
guess
to
the
my
question.
question was, like David Whittaker's a few weeks ago, was falling the fat on a horse.
Right.
What was the answer to yours?
473.
Okay. No one got that.
No one got
No one gets a Frodo.
Yeah, Tom forgot. Tom went wildly off agenda in his excitement about Jamie's Patreon page.
Yeah.
And then never came back.
No.
So, we're sorry. We didn't have trivia. It's nice to know how much you care.
Yeah.
But, it's amazing. No one ever...
last week.
I don't think anyone would complain if we missed a mug review.
No.
Trivia. So we do indeed have trivia for you.
Yes, we do.
Section.
So trivia for this week.
Yep.
We're both on the same theme.
Yeah, you came up with it, so do you want to introduce it?
Yes. So we had a while back, I had a question on number of character mentions in The Hobbit, but we're going into Lord of the Rings territory now, and it's the number of character references in the Lord of the Rings book, so how many times the name is mentioned in the book. And we're not just asking you for the top one or whatever. My question is, with a total of 40 mentions and in exactly 40th place, which has a nice ring to it.
Hey!
Hey! Look at that. It's almost as if it was planned. Which character is in that 40th place with 40 mentions in the Lord of the Rings trilogy? So across the 3 books. It should be easy to have a guess. If someone gets this right without looking up the answer, I would be astounded.
Yeah, I would agree. So, throughout all 3 books, this character is mentioned 40 times.
Because the chance of okay, you can narrow it down to people who are likely to be mentioned up to about 40 times.
Yeah.
But that's still, I don't know,
this would be a hell of a
50
punt.
characters.
Yeah. And it's not that we don't want you to get it, but
Yeah.
I think I would be suspicious of people getting this.
Yeah.
Have a punt. And my
So that's my
question
one.
is similar, it's from the same list. And my question, which is more gettable, is in the top 10 mentioned characters, 8 of them are from the Fellowship of the Ring, as in the 9 members of the Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
2 of them are not members of the Fellowship of the Ring. Who are they? So I'm asking, who are the 2 most commonly named characters in the Lord of the Rings books that are not members of the Fellowship of
Can I
the
have a
Ring?
guess?
Yes.
Balm and Butterbeer.
Yep.
And I can't have Bill a Pony because he'd be in the Fellowship in the top 10, wouldn't he already?
Yeah.
Alfred.
Is Tom right or wrong? Find out next week. So you're basically after number 40 in the list.
Yeah.
And
With 40 mentions.
2 top 10s who are not in the Fellowship.
Yeah.
And there's our trivia section, which
Yeah.
we've done. Trivia section.
Yay,
Hey.
we remembered.
Yeah, get off our backs.
Yeah.
We've done 34 episodes, we've forgotten trivia once.
Yeah.
For at least 20 episodes we weren't even doing trivia, so they should count.
Yeah, because they're hard questions, and because we didn't get any Freddoing last week, you can have double Freddo for this week. It's a double Freddo.
Chance to buy
Yeah.
double Freddos.
Yeah.
You've got to be careful.
Yeah, okay.
They'll sue us. So if anyone got all 3 of those, it's obviously very easily accessible with a Google search. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Have a punt.
Yeah, we're not testing you on your ability to search the internet.
We believe that's fine.
Cool. So, comments from last week.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go? Oh, you said, we had in the news last week that it was going to be the extended edition release date.
Yep.
And I can't remember the exact date. What was it, Damian?
16th of November.
Okay. And I asked how many minutes is that because I thought you were a massive nerd and you didn't know.
I'm a massive nerd, and
Well,
I didn't know.
Athlon39 has very nicely told us that it's 205,920 minutes until the extended edition. I guess what at the time of his comment.
That's 4 days ago.
Yeah.
So it's some less minutes.
Yeah.
3,600 minutes an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So 10, 36,000, 70,000 a day. About 75, no, 70,
Let's
100,000, it's about 100,000 a day, about 400,000 less than that.
400,000?
I think so, isn't it? Didn't I do it right?
No. There's 205,000 hours.
Oh no, I did an extra step, I did 60 times 60.
You've taken all
So
the
600 minutes to 1,200 in a day.
This is all great content.
Yeah, I know,
as
it's about
usual.
5,000 less.
Okay, good. Right. David Whittaker, he said, I don't know what we were talking about at this point. Talking about Balin.
Mm-hmm.
Why did we talk about Balin? I guess it must be to do with when we were talking about the models of the dwarves. So yeah, he's commented on seeing Ken Scott as Barlin in an unexpected journey. He was desperately hoping to see Cena at the end. In bag end with a bit of pipe weave.
Yeah, me too. I really wanted that. I think we talked about this.
Yeah,
in the past about scenes we'd like. Yeah. But yeah, that would have been awesome. Because I wanted it as a kind of review scene where he told them what Dame was doing and what Bard was doing.
Exactly.
But the way it's cut, I don't think we'll see that even in the extended version. Which is a shame.
He also said to everybody, measure your toes.
Yeah, I mean we haven't, but my left one's bigger. Is that right? Yeah, that fits his thing. His thing is the left one's bigger.
I'm not taking my socks off. But my left foot's bigger, so it's hard to tell from here.
You just moved your right foot further back. That's cheating.
No,
yeah, my left one's bigger, so there you go. It's proof. I guess.
Apparently your left toe is bigger than your right toe.
Good stuff.
That's to balance out which side of your body the heart's on. You're going to topple over if your big toe's not bigger.
Yeah,
must be it.
Science.
So yeah, we also got some Nova Open list suggestions. Well, I say we.
For your list, yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. We're off to Nova. I think we're off to DC, or it's not DC.
Yeah. Do you want to tell me what my potential?
Oh, indeed. So, me, James, and Jamie are fairly settled on roughly our list. Tom's up in the air at the moment. But Ryan, Acton 39, suggests the road to Sarn Ford.
Okay. People like the road too.
Yeah, the road to for Tom, strong list.
Yeah.
And you have the Master of Lake Town. He's your general.
Great.
He's leading 6 Lake Town Guard.
Right.
Curden, unarmed Celeborn with shield and heavy armour. That's a strong choice.
Yeah.
Leading 6 Wolf Elf warriors. I presume that's going to be Wood Elf warriors, but that might be an upgrade to turn them into dogs. Leading 6 Wolf Elf warriors with elven cloaks. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Bill the Pony with no members of the Fellowship on the list. You can't actually do that. You have to take Sam or Frodo, but I'm sure we can squeeze Sam in.
Yeah.
Old Bilbo Baggins, leading 1 Woes warrior.
He's got the best ring.
He does have the best ring. Because of fluff, obviously. Frodo of the 9 Fingers with elven cloak and pony. That he can't bring Bill either. Cause it's got to be a Fellowship Frodo.
Yeah.
So you still need Sam in here. Gamling with the Royal Standard of Rohan with no other Rohan heroes on the list. Leading 2 warriors of Rohan with bow and shield so they could shield. Strong. That was exactly 699 points of pure anti-fluff, anti-cheese, otherwise known as?
Crackers.
Crackers, indeed, from James Long.
There's a point set spare.
There is a point spare. You could,
I need that point.
I don't know what you could do with
A
that.
spear on Old Elf.
Yeah. Yeah, so there you go.
You'd have to
I think it's good.
To get Sam in.
Yeah, you need Sam in there.
Lose some Wood Elf.
It's a strong list. Are you tempted by that?
No.
No? You're not going to go with that? We also have another one from Hay, which I assume is a typo. This was J, I think. This is J22.
Yeah,
He said, the good shout is the following. Oh, this one's serious. Aragorn with armour, Legolas with armour, Gimli, King of the Dead, leading, 4 Warriors of the Dead with shield, 4 Warriors of the Dead with spear, and 4 Riders of the Dead, totalling 689 points. Not too bad a list, eh? Obviously you can make it really competitive by adding either Pippin, Merry, Lobelia or Fatty Bolger, and naturally there'd be your leader too. Thoughts?
You had my hopes up with this is a serious list.
No,
and then the King of the Dead trotted out.
That would be 16 models.
Yeah, easily breakable. awful
so,
list.
Tempted?
No.
No? Have you had any more thoughts about what you're thinking?
No. I could take Wood Elves.
I think you should take Wood Elves. You haven't taken them in ages.
Yeah, it'll just be dull and I'll win.
That's
no.
the challenge.
No.
I was saying to Jamie, I don't know if you heard Speak for a question, the DCHL are giving us quite a lot of smack talk. They reckon they're going to smash us up. I think we need you on fine form.
Just take the Sterling Wargaming dice.
My plan for the rest of the video is to sit like this and hope it confuses people into thinking that this is one giant limb. Wondering if I could kind of connect it, go back up. Yeah.
So in place of smack talk, we'll do this.
I think this is weird. Like,
You're weird.
Who was it? Ryan was actually very confused by the fact I sit cross-legged on the couch.
Mm.
That was a comment, which I don't think I do. I don't.
You do?
I don't sit like that.
You do that?
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but apparently
it's on a review.
that was a big.
It's not happened yet.
That was a big review. That was a big thing for Ryan. So sometimes I do sit like that. Don't play by society's rules, mate.
No.
So yeah, there you go. So yeah, I think you should take wood elves.
Yeah. But then it's what to take in the wood elf list.
Yeah. So why don't you give Tom some serious suggestions for a 700-point wood elf list
And
to
you can
fight for Queen and
bring
Country.
in Galadriel, the new one, if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
But just make it elves.
Yeah, just elves.
No, put a shade in that. I know you can't, but
definitely don't put a shade in it.
those kind of suggestions.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, we had a couple of comments which aren't quite full topics, but we thought they were questions that we could chat about a bit. So Billy, we talked about dice superstition a long time ago, but he's asked whether we blame models for rolling bad dice. So whether we target models specifically with bad luck.
Only the bad ones.
Or with good luck, like your hero Dragon Slayer Orc.
Oh, the Orc,
Throwing
yeah.
Spear.
So
And you'll keep coming back to him. And Jamie, spoilers on the video, his champion
The
who
Iron
went
One.
up against Sauron.
Morgoth.
Morgoth. Yeah.
So this is more permanently than one game, isn't it? Because he talked about Jamie, didn't he? Saying Jamie doesn't use Gandalf anymore because he's gone off him.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that. Have you?
On a specific model.
Right, I suppose you could have a specific troop type. If there's one troop type, I guess that never works for you. People do it with throwing spears a lot.
Orc archers, they never work for me. Goblin archers, yeah, they never work.
Don't know how to use them. I think, like throwing spears, some people say throwing spears
Yeah.
never make their points
Yeah.
back, and I said don't take throwing spears. That's a psychological thing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, as soon as they kill two models, they've made their points back.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've got one guy who always fails for me. I feel a lot of the time with Legolas, when I use him,
And
he never auto-hits people like people
Yeah.
auto-hit me.
Yeah.
It's always like, whenever I've got a ring wraith, they're like 6, 4, dead, and I'm like, oh, it's brilliant, and I roll and goes 1, 1, 1, 1. That was a fun game, wasn't it? But I still use him, because I still believe one day I'll use a bent sterling dice and it'll hit.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's probably... Sharky, I've gone off a bit. Sharky's not a bad one for me, actually.
Yeah, you've gone right off him, haven't you?
It's not kind of... I don't think it's too irrational, it's just that I don't think he's that efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tarion never does
You
bad.
expect it to do really well. It's like, oh, come on, you're rolling so many dice.
Yeah. I think I'd chuck her in with Reckless Abandon.
Yeah.
And then, if you chuck her into two guys and they have spear supports, that's only 4 dice against your 4. And just not getting that 6 is a little easier.
Dicey.
Hey. But I still use her. I haven't gone off her at all.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't think I do.
There are some spell like with Galadriel, her mobilises on a 3.
Mm.
And I know that if I do a 1 die, she'll get a 1 or a 2.
Mm.
You're just guaranteeing it.
I definitely do it in game, in sort of like smaller situations where you do yell. I mean, his point was, do you yell at the model, the little plastic or metal thing? Do you blame it on them rather than blaming it on your physical position and your dice rolling, which is what actually caused it? And yes, I do that.
Yeah.
It's definitely inside games. It's, what are you doing?
Especially if you do a couple of turns where they lose the fight, it's like, come on.
And I often say it's like she's not even trying and that sort of stuff. If you're failing to win a fight, but it's generally for me within one game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a good one. I can see that.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gone off a model specifically for being bad in terms of dice rolls.
Mm.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah, if anyone else has done that though, has had a big... Oh, James did that.
Didn't James do it with Eristor as well, didn't he? Didn't he have a thing with Eristor?
He failed that courage test. He ran away. That was brilliant.
Wood.
Yeah, that was justice.
Yeah.
Justice. But he also had a go at that pep talk for the Sons of Ale as a way to get around the fact
that's
that
just because Jake
he's just lost.
Him, didn't he? Yeah. That was just losing.
Blame it on the models. It's not my fault, it's the models. Just a
You
little
can't
net.
blame it. I think you can maybe blame it on one.
Yeah.
I don't think you can blame the entire
Entire
army
army.
if you just get smashed.
You didn't follow my orders. I told you to win, and you didn't. So yeah, and another comment, just completely separate. Warlord has asked, besides the Nova Open tournament itself, the Grand Tournament, what are we looking forward to most when we go to America?
Plain food. I like plain food.
Plain
I
food's
get
awful.
excited. It's not anymore. It's a lot better. And you get tiny. You feel like a kid, you feel like a giant. You get tiny little pots and stuff. You go, I have the brown.
Have you been in business class before?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once I got booked up, had scallops on a plane.
I wouldn't want that. Sounds awful. I tried on a honeymoon. Yeah, and I thought we were like, we're all guessing it's our honeymoon. She went, alright. Oh, cheers.
They give you so much alcohol on the plane, you don't want it. Because you get tipsy quicker at altitude.
Science. So, after the things we're looking forward to about the plane,
Yeah.
what about in
Landing.
America? Landing.
That's top of my agenda. I would like to
I'm
land.
very excited to see Washington DC.
Yeah.
I've been to America a bunch of times, but I've never been to DC.
Neither have I.
And this is a lovely bonus. It says apart from the Nova Open, doesn't it? So apart from the whole
Tournament.
war game.
It says
thing.
tournament.
Yeah.
So I guess we'd like to look round the event.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
it'd be cool to meet some of the guys.
Yes.
Someone like
Or
Devin
girls, if
Walker
they're
and
girls.
stuff. Yeah. And I know there's a lot of people that I know the names of.
Mm-hmm.
I think like Lord of the Brown Ring, for example, is
Yeah.
coming. He's been on the One Ring for ages.
There's quite a few Americans, obviously, but who are on the channel, and then Canadians, I think,
Yeah.
as well.
So it'll be interesting meeting those guys. And I know you said apart from the tournament, but irrelevant of winning, I'm really interested to see how Americans play the game.
Yeah.
Because I think there might be some surprising differences of
Yeah.
things that we take for granted.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And vice versa.
Yeah. But I'm really excited to see DC.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to go around.
Well,
I want to do touristy stuff and see the monument. And we talked about this, didn't we? With Lost Symbol and stuff.
Yeah.
See how much Dan Brown ruined your history. All 20 years of it. Oh.
That's fine.
They started it. They were launching shots at us. And it'd be nice to have a break with the boys. A bit of a lads on tour.
Lads.
So go get some
Can
English
you really
binge.
class us as lads?
Yeah, English binge drinking over in the States. Maybe take a cheeky Nando's over to them.
Chicken.
Try and show them the fine cuisine of Britain. It'd be cool to meet some new people. What about you?
I'm nodding at all of your stuff.
Strong ideas.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to going to America
Yep.
inexplicably to play war games. This
Yeah.
is insane. But yeah, like you said, the convention, I have no idea how big it is. This is the other thing. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that it's a convention with all these tournaments, I'm guessing this is
Big.
thousands of people? Like, it's kind of hard to say. Do you know
Yeah.
how many people are in the Grand Tournament?
No.
Because I don't know. So
Can someone comment below who knows?
yeah, that'd be
these
cool.
things?
So being in a hotel
Mm-hmm.
and having a wargaming convention
Yeah.
in the same hotel,
Yeah.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, just everything really.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Looking forward to going over to America and winning a tournament.
Or propping someone up to win.
Yeah, well, I think it'll be good for all the four of us to I think the three of us will take the podium. And James will do what he wants.
Yeah.
Top four for GBHL, I reckon.
Yeah. We need t-shirts.
Yeah. Probably one on it.
Anyway, enough chatter on America. Topics.
Tournaments.
Same as last week.
Same as last week. Go to JT's tournament this weekend.
Okay.
Do it.
Yeah.
Last chance.
Yeah. Go
So-
on the Smog.
We won't see you, so JT, good luck with it.
Yeah.
Hope it goes really well. And yeah, someone's going to win Smaug. Can't wait. Oh, did you hear that about the Nova Open, by the way? I don't know what you'd think about this, if you don't want a board, you can have Smaug.
Oh.
If you don't want a 4x4 board, you can have Smaug instead.
What we could do, because you can't really transport the board,
Mm-hmm.
is get a Smog
Mm-hmm.
and then use the money to pay someone, pay the guy to come over and build the board in the UK.
Yeah, that's sensible. But yeah, so this weekend, JT's tournament, the Orca Taker Smaug, there are still tickets available, so please go and sign up for
Yeah.
that. I'm excited to see who wins that.
Or not excited.
It'll be interesting. It's an 80-point tournament, isn't it?
Yes. So it's all on the Smaug.
I hope Smaug wins it. If Smaug is really there, I hope Smaug wins
Smaug wins.
and the world explodes. That'd be great.
So yeah. Topics for this week. We were talking about it before about people liking and not liking certain models, because we had the Gloin Champions of Erebor as one of our least favourite of the dwarves, but that was named by somebody as their favourite.
Yes, I said it was. And Dory was as well. Dory was someone else said that was their favourite of all 39 dwarfs. 42, so the young ones. And I think Dory and Gloin are the worst plastic ones. What's that about?
So we wanted to talk about Marmite models. For those international viewers who may not have Marmite, I guess.
Poor fools.
So I don't know what else would be like Marmite.
You, maybe?
It's a food that divides opinion. It's quite divisive.
Doesn't have to be a food. It can be a dull northerner.
I'm trying to think what else we could have. Licorice, that's quite divisive.
Oh, licorice is just awful.
Bananas.
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts.
Well, Marmite's basically, if you don't know, it's built its thing, it's accepted this, and it now says you either love it or hate it. It accepts that a lot of people hate it, and so it's turned that into a selling point, which is clever.
Yes.
So yeah, there are, and this came out of, I was thinking about this a while ago when some models came out, and I actually wrote this on the One Ring. I find it amazing that the same models come out, exactly the same models, and people stare at them and see exactly the same thing, and some people say that's absolutely awful. Some people say that's the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And you're seeing the same thing.
Yeah.
I find that interesting. Go.
Of course you find it interesting. I don't know, I've got nothing really to say.
No?
No.
Brilliant.
I'm not quite now. So what do you want to do? Do we want to talk about which models we think are quite Marmite-like?
Yeah, so what are the models that have
Watching the water.
Good, yeah.
Strong
opening. Why the Watcher in the Water, Thomas?
Yeah, we've got to, actually, we should say, we're going to go through some models now. You guys should say, we'll kind of come to a conclusion on which we think is the biggest Marmite one. Then you guys can agree on that. Vote for the most Marmite-like model. So yeah, Watching the Water, why? People don't like the tentacles.
Oh, wait, no, they don't mind the tentacles.
Or they don't mind it. Oh, not the tentacles, the legs.
The legs.
It's the legs.
Because
because
it's meant to be a Kraken.
Yeah, so it shouldn't have the legs necessarily. And also people don't like it because it's on land. Yeah.
So
half on land.
For the Sourcebooks, GW sculpted that as a way of getting the Watcher into the game.
Yeah.
And personally, do you like it?
I've not got it. I don't like it enough to get it.
I like it.
But I don't think it's bad.
And I think they did a bloody good job of turning the bit you see into a creature that could go on land. Yeah. I think.
Go back and watch our unboxing of this, by the way, before we were GBHL hosts.
Yeah. Some bagging, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that, because you don't, everyone's like, oh, it's going to be a Kraken. It's like, yeah, maybe, but you don't really see the bottom of it in the film. It could be like that. Yeah. And certainly in the book, I think they think there might be more than one as well, don't they? They said that it wasn't even clear if there was one or multiple. So I think it's a reasonable interpretation.
Yeah. But I do like, I know Owen's done it and a few others have done the conversion where they put it back in the water and had the tentacles coming out of the water with the head, and that looks cool.
Owen's is very cool. So yeah, that's a good one.
Your choice?
Yoga Thranduil.
Good choice. I think
everyone knows what that means as well, which is interesting.
Yeah. It's because I've seen one in the flesh, and that's Ed's. Yeah. His look good in the flesh because he's repositioned the sword from being straight up to actually where he's looking. That looks silly. That then looked good.
Yeah.
And it's all on that pose. It looks like he's doing some weird, like you say, dance routine as opposed to actually fighting.
I think some of it though is because
it's shot at.
Not necessarily, but it's because of when it came out and what didn't come out. And they suffered a lot, as some of the Hobbit range did, like Bilbo's models. A lot of people went, we don't need another Bilbo, I want, that tree that was in Mirkwood. Yeah. And there was this kind of, we already had that Thranduil, why are we getting an alternative pose of Thranduil in the same gear when we could be getting something else? But yeah, I think a lot of people don't like that model.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good shot.
Thank you.
Means I have to come up with a shout.
Mm-hmm. They're not just ones that people think they're bad, but things that split opinion.
Yeah, it's ones that people also think are good. I think when they first came out, the Mercury Rangers were like that.
Yeah, I was going to say the Rangers. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The Rangers, a lot of people said they were too warhammery.
Fancy, yeah.
And now they're not fancy at all because they're not in power armor. Oh, that's funny, trust me. Yeah, I completely agree.
And I think the majority, I'm completely used to them now, and I think they're great models. The details on them is amazing. But yeah, when I first saw them, and when we first saw them, it was just the leaked shots as well. It was a bit like, wow, they're a little different.
I think they're stunning.
Yeah.
They're absolutely gorgeous models. What else? I was going to say the Goblin Town Goblins.
Okay.
I think a lot of people hated them when the first Hobbit range came out.
Yeah.
A lot of people were anti them, and then in my opinion, more logical people were saying, you don't hate these models, you hate Peter Jackson's vision of these, because these are actually very good versions of those models.
Yep.
That was one. I think a lot of the Hobbit releases got this. Like just generally, I remember being on the One Ring as a lot of Hobbit things came out, because it was more than that in the Facebook group at the time.
Yeah.
And on these threads, a lot of people going, "Oh, they're awful. They're just not as good as Lord of the Rings." And there was a lot of opinion. That's where this kind of thing came from. And then other people go, "Oh, it's amazing. It's a beautiful sculpt."
The Vanquishers of the Necromancer, they were all pretty Marmite reactions to all three: the Galadriel, the Saruman, and the
that's a good shout. That's a very good shout. Because we like the other one, don't we?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like that.
And I don't like the Galadriel, but people obviously like that.
I don't like the Galadriel. It looks like a tramp.
Yep.
I believe, and I've had to utterly eat my words here, if you go right back on the One Ring to 2012, I think I didn't like the original Bolg model when it came out. I seem to remember saying I like everything except Bolg. I just see it in the picture. Yeah, now I love it. Yeah. And now everyone says that's a stunning model, but I'm not saying everyone said it wasn't.
Yeah.
But definitely when they came out, when that first range of Hobbit came out, there was a lot of like the Hunter Orc aesthetic and the Goblin Town aesthetic.
So what about Lord of the Rings models then? I was going to say things like the Golden King and the Abrakan Guard. Some people absolutely love them, and I, for one, don't like them.
I don't mind either of those. I quite like the Golden King. I like the who's he meant to be? Isn't he meant to be the old King of Jerusalem?
Yeah, I think he's possibly one of the worst models in the range.
I think it's quite a cool model. But I was going to say some of the Metal Harad. Like some of them suddenly go, and I don't know, maybe the Watchers of Karna. There's a lot of those metal models there that were there to make the army better.
But we're just talking about the profiles though, and not the
just the models, just the appearance.
Appearance.
And I think as well, because the reason for some of those is that they're not in the films. So GW, like the Wagner Order, that was universally panned.
Yeah.
Because suddenly these are utterly GW creations.
And they're coming in from this angle. I think. Another model I was going to say was done here, because lots of people want him, and then want to pay a lot for him.
Spears.
Yeah, but I think, and I know other people think he's a rubbish model. He's just not a very good pose at all. His face isn't very good.
Theodred's. No, that's not really design. That's just exactly. That's just saying. I don't like the Swan Knights. The at least the ones on foot. I'm not overly familiar with the plastic kit, but the ones on foot look very Warhammer to me. They look like high elves, like silver helms, on foot. Yeah,
I like the cavalry ones, but I think that's because I don't really know the Warhammer ones to make the judgment.
I just remember the helms looking very extravagant. The twins, they're famously, because there's twins and Arwen are regarded as very ugly models, aren't they? I think it's the
The
first
original
Arwen
one.
and the Monkey Twins. Yeah, you know
The ones in armour or without armour?
it's the ones in armour, isn't it? The one where he's down like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, I'm not sure too many people like them.
What else is pretty divisive?
You said ferals, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I never know in your...
Hate them.
Are you serious?
Absolutely hate them.
See, I don't... Tom has this thing that he thinks is amusing, that he says this, and then won't tell me if he's serious or joking. And
Awful ones.
the fact that he hates ferals, or might hate ferals, doesn't wind me up, but the fact that he won't tell me whether or not he actually hates ferals winds me up.
Well, Berserkers. I think they're some of the best models in the
Berserkers are great.
Ferals are some of the worst.
But that's not true. You can't say this. You can't think that's
They're
true.
awful.
Two out of the three
I
are
wish they'd
brilliant.
never been created. I really do. They're awful.
You think the models are awful?
Yeah, they're all awful.
That's rubbish. There's a Marmite model then. Because 2 out of the 3 are great.
Mm-hmm.
The one where he's all gangly is
Awful
bad.
model.
But the other 2 are wicked. You're drunk. What else?
Suladan, the original Suladan.
Mm-hmm.
The on-foot version,
Oh yeah.
possibly one of the worst models. But I say this, and then I saw Barry's painted it. It drew it back into a acceptable ground
Okay.
as a model.
So the paint job can help
Yeah, but if you look at the actual model, it looks like he's got no neck and it's awful.
that. Maybe he didn't have a neck. You don't know. Mordor orcs these days, they get a bit of a
Yeah.
bad rep,
Mm-hmm.
even though I don't think they're intrinsically bad.
They'd never get a bad rep though.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Cave Drake.
You do like it or you don't? You don't?
Don't like it.
Why?
Just in every sense. Don't
Oh,
really like it.
Too high fantasy.
Yeah.
You don't like the bat swarms, do you?
No, I hate the bat swarms. Awful models. And
Okay.
lots of people don't because they take Druzan's bats as their bats.
I think that's to save money as much as because I don't like them.
It's because they're awful models.
Right.
You like them though.
I do like them.
Got bad taste.
That's why I'm friends with you. What else?
Black Numenorians, they're
Ooh,
quite Marmite.
I quite like them.
I like them. I've got some. James really hates them. The new ring race.
What, the aesthetics, yeah?
Yeah. Of some.
Yeah.
Lots of people don't like the Undying having a wooden stick.
Yeah.
Some
of them.
Lots of people don't like the tainted.
Yeah, some of them I think are good, like individual versions of the Lord of the Rings aesthetic.
Yeah.
Just with like, you know, a little armor plate or just something a bit different. But
Shadow
then
Lord. Well, I don't think anyone likes that one there.
he's going, shoot me, you can't. Yep. That's what he's saying. So yeah,
We're just listing a lot
we're
of
just
models.
listing models, but there's some jumping off points for you.
Yeah.
That what do you think? That we want to kind of get a discussion of models that you think are great that you've heard other people saying are awful.
The dragon, the normal dragon. That could be.
That's awful. I didn't like Palace Guard at all until I painted them,
Yeah.
and then actually started to quite like a few.
It
of
does
the
make a
poses.
difference when you've seen nicely painted ones.
Yeah, and when you, I think it makes a lot of difference just when you've held it in your hand and
And
seen
see
it
the
from every
detail.
angle.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let us know yours.
Mm-hmm.
Which models do you love that other people seem to think are very tired?
Mercury spiders. They could be in there.
Yeah, because a lot of people said
Flat.
they were rubbish,
Yeah.
and they're not. They're just
No.
spiders.
Yeah.
They're rubbish in the game. But if they're flat, do something with them. They're fine cast. I've only got 2, but I quite like them.
Yeah.
They're good models.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So in terms of another topic,
Mhm.
I'll leave you to bring it up.
It's your agenda.
I'm done. It's the last thing on the agenda.
So this is from is it
Do that.
Dida Coppenol, and Ian Marley both suggested this. And what you've paraphrased this. So what was the?
It was that the crux of the question is how do we get new players into the game, but not in the traditional speak friendly question. You play Balance Team or whatever. They mean in terms of with the cloud of doubt over the hobby and it being removed from the stores, how do you attract new players to the game?
Yeah, which is a big question.
Yeah. Because if it's not in the stores and GW aren't great at advertising, and then having it's all very well having the YouTube channel and Facebook group, but people need to know what to search for.
Yeah.
People now don't know what to search for.
Yeah, I mean we're not. There's a lot of posts, particularly on the One Ring and stuff, of people saying something along the lines of, "I really like the look of this, but it's dying. So should I bother getting started?" And I can see that. I can get that because you make a huge financial investment. And whilst we don't want to be negative. We're certainly going to be negative for the sake of it. We're also not in denial.
Yeah.
I think that the game is for new players on the down now.
Yeah.
And so
it's a difficult hobby to get into now because
this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what you go to your local GW store, and I don't know, I think some is gone completely apart from Escape from Goblin Town.
I think because they get the choice to keep one thing still going, so some will have Lord of the Rings stuff and may have it in the display cabinets. But
So where we think it is, and I think we agree on this, is that the game is done according to GW now. There won't be any more releases.
No.
That's our opinion, as always.
Yeah.
But I don't think for a second they're waiting for the extended edition at all.
No, there's not.
They've never ever.
Q releases.
Yeah, they've never ever waited for DVD releases in the past.
No.
There's nothing to suggest they're doing that. I think they've done what they needed to do for the license, and they're gone. If there weren't any profiles, then they'd make models too. They make profiles to sell models. So if there's no profiles, there's no models.
Yeah.
So it then becomes, how do you get? You can't use the latest, newest toy to wow them in. It's how do you get people into the game as it is at the moment?
Yeah. Smoke.
Yeah, get into my smoke. And it is tricky. I think you can only do so much. You're not going to introduce people to it into GWs anymore.
No.
But there are games like Blood Bowl and Necromunda that are long since dead.
Yeah.
That still have a community.
Yeah. But they will be the people who've invested a lot of time and energy and money into it.
Yeah.
Previously. So trying to get new people now, I'm just trying to think how you do it. I mean, you can do it from the point of view of if you have a more generic gaming club, which I know some are, where it's not completely Lord of the Rings. If there is a Lord of the Rings person there who can introduce that every so often, you could get people into it. Because you're really going to struggle about the shops drawing it. It's where do you advertise that this is a thing you can get anymore?
I mean, the other thing as well, the big issue, the way I see it, is the models. That at some point, when they're not selling them, the game, there's no point denying it, and you can do all the thing about, we'll keep it going, and we will keep it going. But the new players are different. That if you can't buy the models anymore, you're not going to go to eBay to buy them because the prices are just going to be too prohibitive. Like existing players will go to eBay to complete their collections.
Yeah.
But new players won't go, right, I'm going to buy a £30 out of print source book, 60 quid out of production, 20 models, and then hope I like the game.
Yeah.
So all you can really do now, I think, is we have to keep the tournaments going. There's still plenty of young players coming through, which is good. People are interested in the hobby, and there's plenty of people. But I think it's more important, if I'm brutally honest, that we foster that existing community. Yeah,
and keep everyone who's in going.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone could do something if they want. If you could get a friend, if everyone on the channel who watches the video gets one friend into the game, then then you've got a lot more new players. But
is it? Do you mean someone who doesn't play war games?
Yeah.
Because that's suddenly it's a huge.
It's A, the step to war game, but B, the step to everything that comes with it, the modelling and that aspect and the money. So that's really difficult. It's easier to get wargaming friends into it, but then they already have their wargame.
Yeah, absolutely. And most existing wargamers have probably heard of the game at some point.
Yeah.
And if they haven't tried it out in the last 15 years, it's going to be surprising to try it out now. So this certainly isn't meant to sound like doom and gloom, because I don't think the game's dead at all. I think the game's very, very alive. I think it's arguably in a healthier space for us than it was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But I do think for people who've never played it, it is going to be harder and harder to get people in.
Yeah.
And you know, I think the various YouTube channels are good for this. That people do, you know, our try it out battle report. The intro battle report has had thousands and thousands and thousands of hits. Yeah, because people clearly are googling how to play Lord of the Rings. That then leads them to the channel. There's a lot of people who have gone to events from the channel, so that's one outlet. That's one thing that we can try and keep doing, and the DCHL are doing a good job of that. The HTL are doing it. Mid Sussex War Games, all the Lord of the Rings battles, isn't it? All of the various YouTube channels. That's a big thing that can get into people's houses just by sitting there. But it will still be the models, whether it's in 1 year or 2 years or 5 years. At one point, the models won't be on sale at Games Workshop, and then
it's nigh on impossible to get new players in.
Yeah, because you can't buy into that at this level. You can buy into Net Commander because everyone can decide, oh, you know what, I'm going to drop 30 quid and get that gang of classic models. But as much as there's not a huge amount of models in this, it is you want an army. Yeah. So I think we just keep doing what we're doing. I don't feel a cloud of doom over it. I'm personally, as a fan of things like Warhammer Quest and War Master and Man of War, I like that those games, if I wanted to go and play with someone now, we'd be using the same set of rules we were 15 years ago. Like I'm quite happy that that's a dead game. And it's the same with this. Like, I don't see, for me, it affects me one bit if GW don't support this game anymore. Because
But I think we're in the lucky position that we know enough people now who you think would stay with the hobby.
Yeah, that would be the tricky thing. I think maintaining we've got this insanely great community over here now. Like, how many tournaments is it? Is it 20?
Yeah, 20
this year, which is crazy. And obviously that won't be the case in
5 years time.
5 years time or something. But that can happen. That can keep happening. Yeah. And as long as you keep that going, then people will keep going. People might sell their collections and someone else will buy the collection and stuff.
You never know.
There's plenty of life left in the game.
Yeah.
But I think you just have to somewhat rein in your expectations, I guess. I think of it's not going to keep expanding without GW making new books and new models, and however awful their advertising was, at least they were in their shops.
Yeah, and the lack of, because there were some strong rumours a while back that they'd be making the rules books into PDFs. Yeah. Or reprinting them, but the lack of that makes it all the more difficult for people to get into the game.
I mean, that, like you say, that memo that went round, supposedly they've been reprinted, that was obviously, I don't know if it was a Renee decision or if it was a rumour or what, but nothing's come of that. It's like, if you're not, I know people like to be optimistic, and I'm quite positive, I think, but there's no point not looking at the realism of it. Yeah. If they're not reprinting their existing sort books, they're not making new ones. No. They're not making another profile that's going to come out with the extended edition and a whole load of dwarves.
All Battles in Middle-earth 6-film book.
It's done, which doesn't have to be a bad thing. But of course it will be tricky to get new people into it. So I think, personally, the way I look at it, the last 3 years have been a wonderful bonus. Like Lord of the Rings SBG was dying, and The Hobbit have revitalised the community. Yeah. And the independent community, and I think we try and just capitalise on that for as long as we possibly can. Like I've put hours and hours and hours into this, so if no one else is playing it,
you'll be playing by yourself.
Yeah. I think, I don't know if we talked about this, I find it incredibly weird. This is getting a bit morbid, a bit deeper than it. What will happen to these models?
Yeah, you said about this, yeah.
Have I said it on here?
Not on here.
Yeah, like, not. I don't mean. I'm not trying to say when I die, but at some point, let's hope it's in 100 years' time, I will not be around anymore. Those models will be somewhere.
Yeah.
And I find that a very strange thing. And I would hope that those models, however many other tournaments are, maybe it's become one tournament a year, I hope I'm playing games with those models when I'm 50.
Yeah.
You know? Or like maybe you come round or something and, you know, we talk about like how and why Lily left you and but you know, you can see having like
and I told you shouldn't have had 10 kids. I know you wanted to make your own football team out of your children, but
it would have worked if the police hadn't stopped me. But and like have a game.
yeah.
I still think people will play it. You know, but I don't know because these are timescales that we just haven't dealt with in our lives of wargaming. You know,
No.
who the hell knows what we'll be playing in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years?
Yeah. My dad still does model railway, and his intention is to do more when he retires. But model railway is something that
You can do it as well.
generally sticks around, and yeah, you can do it by yourself.
It'll be interesting. So yeah, I don't think the game's dead at all. It's
No,
in fact
the
it's certainly
community is
not
very,
dead.
very, very alive. It's the issue is getting new people involved now, and there are still avenues, as we said, with the channel and things on the internet, and you know, spreading the word amongst gaming group
And
people.
like, all the awesome stuff that all the other TOs do, like running events and running gaming clubs and stuff that bring people in, is all brilliant.
Yeah, but it will slow down over time.
Yeah.
Especially with it not in the shops.
Yeah, that's the issue. The models availability. If you can't get the models, then there isn't a game. Which is why everyone's kind of buying up everything that they think they might want. So there we go. What do you think? Let us know, because I know it's going to be a divisive topic.
Yes.
We may have been too negative. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But please let us know below what you think about the future of the hobby and how we can get more people involved and what else we can do. But there we go.
Yeah.
That is this week's episode of Palantir. We hope you've enjoyed it. We will be back next week, I believe.
Yeah.
And until then, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Support your Hobbit hobby.
Throw a poster around like Damian's doing, and happy strategy battle gaming.